What's up, guys? It's TechnoViking23 coming to you today with a little bit of a Ramble update video. I'm going to talk about a couple of things today. Kind of been a while since I did one of these, so I wanted to catch you guys up on what's been going on with me and just in terms of life and gaming and whatever. If you guys watched my last update video, you guys know that I have started working a new job in the title field and real estate, and I got on with a pretty prominent law firm down near downtown Atlanta, Georgia, almost in the middle of the city. I'm actually still working like in sort of the northern suburbs, but close enough to the city now. But anyways, things have been kind of hectic and just crazy with work. I have worked now between that and my part-time job. I was working, I think, 13 days in a row. So if I sound a little tired in this video, I do apologize, but I am just absolutely exhausted. It's been a long a long week, but the new job is great. I'm really having a lot of fun, having a great time. All my coworkers are really awesome. The office is really laid back. It's really fun to work there, and it's one of the cool things is it's nice to go to somewhere where you actually enjoy working every day. So work has been going really good. I actually still have to work this weekend. I'm actually off tomorrow for once. I have a Saturday free for like the first time, and it feels like 2 months. So going to be nice to have some time to sit around and play some games, watch some college football, and do some other stuff. I'm trying to make a few videos this weekend because as part of the thing with working all the time is I don't have much time to do YouTube or play games or really do much of anything. So for right now, that's the main focus this weekend is going to be to try to catch up on some real life things, and also going to be to try to get a little bit of a backlog of videos built up so I can still be bringing you guys some content, even though I'm going to be working, 50 hours a week or so now, plus weekends for a little while. But new job is awesome, really having a great time, and there's a lot of amenities that I'm finding out that are coming with this job. We actually have an in-office massage or a chiropractor person who comes once a week, and so if you work there, you get like a free 20-minute massage, which is really awesome. Kind of makes you want to fall asleep at the office after you get it, but it's really nice. Helps you stay pretty loose and pretty relaxed. So that was pretty cool. It's pretty clear that they do really care about their employees' happiness. And this week we got lucky. We got lunch catered twice from some pretty nice restaurants in the area, which just out of the blue, got to work and there was an email and they're saying, hey, we're going to get lunch catered today, guys. So that was pretty cool. So try not to get too spoiled on that, but it's still pretty awesome. Really kind of a neat thing, and shows you that your boss and your bosses are happy to have you, and they really want you to be happy at work. So that's been pretty cool. The only real drawback of this new job has been the traffic, and as you guys have known a couple times, I told you I do live about 20 miles north of Atlanta now. Actually, I'm sorry, probably about 30 miles north of Atlanta. But my office is about a 19 mile drive from here, and it takes almost an hour and a half to get there in the morning. I'm not even kidding. An hour and a half in the morning. It takes me about an hour to get home, regardless of what time I leave the office, whether I leave at like 5 or 6. But what I found in the morning is in order to not have a terrible drive into work, I have to leave the house by like 7 o'clock. So I've been having to get up at 6 a.m., which for me is a huge, a huge adjustment. I'm not a morning person at all, and of course, the last 5 years I've been self-employed and been able to make my own schedule. So, I'm used to getting up at 8:30, 9 o'clock. I was getting up at 7 and leaving the house at 8, but then having to sit in the car for an hour and a half, literally just standing still, is not fun at all. And the only way to cut that drive down a little bit is to leave the house actually at 7. It still takes me about 40 minutes to get down there, but that's better than an hour and a half. And so I get to the office right around 7:45 or so, which then allows me to leave a little bit earlier if I want to. So that's been the only real problem, is the traffic in this town is just an absolute nightmare. If you live in the Atlanta area, you know what I'm talking about. Really, if you live in any of the bigger cities like Chicago or Houston or Los Angeles, you know all about the traffic here. But the traffic here in Atlanta always seems to be ridiculously bad because it's like you just don't move, and it can be at any time of day. There's like really no set rhythm to it. It's like, it could be you can leave your office at 5 o'clock and have no traffic and have a quick drive home. You can leave the office at 5 o'clock and there can be like 5 accidents and it takes you 3 hours to get home. I mean, you just never know what's going to happen. So that's been kind of crazy, and just getting readjusted to that again. I remember it being that bad when I was down here 5 years ago, but it's just having to get readjusted to that again. So I've had to kind of grow up a little bit, be a little bit of a big boy, and start getting up at 6 a.m. at an adult time and going to work, and just for my own well-being, and also to be able to be at work on time. and help them out too. So work's going pretty good though. The part-time job is, I don't know how much longer I'm going to make it, quite honestly, because I'm getting to the point, I knew this would happen, where it's like I really do want to help them out over the holidays and things, but at the same time, I really want to have weekends, because the work I'm doing is pretty in-depth, requires a lot of thought process, a lot of thinking. I'm reading a lot of documents, analyzing other people's work, trying to proofread, make sure they do a good job, make sure that all their stuff is done. And the thing is, the work I'm working on is for multi-million-dollar business deals and things like that. So you have to be accurate. You cannot mess up anything, because if you do, you can cost people a lot of money. Of course, you can get fired, but you can you can wind up costing people a lot of money, causing lawsuits and all kinds of stuff. So you have to be sharp. You have to be on your toes when you're reading these documents, knowing what to look for, knowing what to correct, knowing how to fix some of the mistakes you might find. And when I get done with that, today's Friday, and I am just utterly wiped out. I mean, I don't have any energy left. I'm so glad I have tomorrow off, because I can actually sleep in a little bit and just finally enjoy the weekend a little bit. I do have to work on Sunday half a day, so that kind of sucks, but it's a little bit extra money. That's really the only way I'm trying to look at it right now, is I do need money, because obviously I haven't been paid since July, and I've got to build up some funds before the holidays, and also to pay off some bills and things. So definitely liking the extra paycheck, but not liking the time I have to spend with it. But probably for that reason, I'm going to wind up staying in this part-time job through the holidays if I can, maybe through Christmas. I don't know. Probably going to have to work over Thanksgiving, but we'll see how it goes. I don't know how long I'll be able to make it. It just depends on how intense work gets. They did tell us we do have to actually work Christmas Eve at my new job, because that's like the busiest time of the year for us. Everybody's trying to close their real estate deals before January, so we do have to work Christmas Eve, usually about a half day, they said. So going to be interesting this holiday, but it's going to at least let me stay home. I'm not going to have to travel this holiday, which is going to be nice. Usually I have to travel out of state, because my parents are separated, so I usually visit one parent for Thanksgiving and visit the other, my step-parent, for Christmas. But this year I'm going to be staying in the same place for all the holidays, which is great. That's going to be, I like to go see my family, but at the same time, there could be a lot of drama surrounding that, and it's nice not having to drive 8 hours or pay for a plane ticket and go fly somewhere, and just keep some sanity around the holidays. So it's going to be nice to be at home and just kind of relax a little bit. So looking forward to that. But either way, it's good to be working. It's been a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying the new job, so that's a good thing. Not really much else to talk about now, because like I said, that's really all I've been doing is working. I have been going to the gym quite a bit. I'm actually kind of getting my life together, I guess you would say. I'm getting kind of on a schedule. And I've actually, since the beginning of October, I have lost almost 15 pounds. I've been working out 4 to 5 days a week. And I've actually been eating a lot better. I have not been eating, of course, one of the things I think is funny, every time you're unemployed is like you have no money for anything. So you can't waste money on fast food. You can't really waste money on stuff you don't need. So I have not been eating out at all, maybe once a week, if that, because I have to have my Popeyes chicken or my Chick-fil-A. So we'll go out to eat maybe once a week, but really have not been doing much at all in terms of the eating. So I'm eating a lot better, eating at home, taking lunch to work every day. Like I said, I'm turning into too much of a grown-up, I guess. I don't know. I guess, in the mid-30s that has to happen at some point. So still, it's kind of funny. My friends are like, dude, what's happening to you? You're like so responsible now. And I'm like, hey, I guess. Had to happen at some point in time. But that's been pretty good, losing a little bit of weight. So that's nice. And getting a little bit better shape. I'm not like huge or fat or anything, but it's nice to kind of get rid of some of the weight I put on from eating out all the time in my last job, and also from drinking quantities of alcohol at times. So that's been pretty cool. Anyways, that's really it on the personal front. I'll talk about gaming right now. I'm still pretty much working on Dragon Age Inquisition, still trying to get through my playthrough on that. I'm about actually like 58 hours into the game, and I don't think I'm close to the end. I could probably beat it if I wanted to, but there's still some areas I'm exploring and going through, and just trying to get the full experience for my first time going through the game. But it's been enjoyable. There's some problems here and there, some things about the game I really don't care for, but at the same time, it's been nice to play a game that's got a lot of engaging content for me, and it's keeping me busy playing through a lot of the content. So really having a lot of fun with that. I've also been playing some retro games, playing a little Super Metroid. I mentioned last week I am going to be doing a Super Metroid playthrough, which I'm going to try to work on that this weekend. I didn't get to really do much with that this week because, like I said, work has just been crazy. The other problem, too, is with me being at work, when I get home at night, I don't get home till 7 or 8 at night, and everybody else in the house is already here. So it's kind of hard to record because it's a little small area, and, you know, there's a lot of noise, and, you know, people are always like, oh, what are you doing? What are you making videos for? You know, so it's like constant interruption, plus 2 cats now to deal with, whining and meowing and things. So it's just really difficult to find an hour or two to sit down and make some videos. But that's been another obstacle. But I'm hopefully tomorrow on Saturday I'll get some time to myself here at the place and be able to knock out a couple videos. So I'll have some more stuff to upload. Just some interesting things that I noticed. Like I said, not much. One thing I did notice this week was on Bungie's weekly update. Now a lot of people are focusing on the fact that they are doing, I guess they're going to do Clash for Iron Banner next week, which I'll probably play Iron Banner because I like, you know, PvP is really the last thing in Destiny I'm even playing right now, and it's pretty bad. It's gotten pretty awful. But I do like to jump on and like mindlessly just kill 30 minutes playing a couple PvP matches. They are going to do Clash for Iron Banner, which I thought was very interesting. Kind of an odd choice for Iron Banner. I think it's going to promote a lot of camping without having an objective. I'd love to see them do an Iron Banner where it's just like zone control, or even an Iron Banner with a Rift where you have to play an objective. Because I think that's an important part of Iron Banner to keep a lot of the players engaged. And it's hard enough to win, even when you're playing Control, because your teammates are so terrible. But now with Clash, I think it's going to be really bad because people are just going to camp the whole time, and it's just really going to be not very enjoyable. But it'll be interesting to see what they're doing. Now, Bungie, of course, has also promised they're going to have better rewards this time around, which, you know, how many times have we heard that already? So I'm calling BS. We'll see what happens, but I'll probably still play Iron Banner next week just to see how it goes, kill a couple hours at night. They did say they were going to make it easier to rank up, so that's always good. And now that I'm down to one character in Destiny, I deleted my other two. I'm only playing on my Warlock now. It's a lot easier to just get on for 20, 30 minutes and play some PvP with just having to deal with one character. And also the other tidbit I saw from that weekly update is they said there's going to be a refer a friend program for the holidays. So I guess they must be really desperate to get people back into the game. I know a lot of people have been talking about the content drought that we're having. It's something I warned about several weeks ago in a video I did called, you know, there's going to be a content drought with Destiny. But of course, all the Destiny YouTubers are trying to, oh, the game's not dead. Oh, the game's still great. Everybody loves Destiny. And it's just really funny to watch them scramble around trying to defend this game all the time. And I also noticed a lot of the Destiny YouTubers are picking up Call of Duty Black Ops 3, which I think is hilarious. I don't know if Activision gave them free copies or if they're just jumping onto the next Activision bandwagon, but it's just pretty funny to see them all suddenly playing Call of Duty Black Ops 3 and talking about how amazing Call of Duty is when we all know Call of Duty is just terrible now. And Black Ops 3 is no different than any of the other Call of Duties that come out in the last 10 years, and yet everybody's trying to talk about, oh, it's so new and amazing, and it's Call of Duty, it's awesome. And I noticed some of the Destiny content creators are now doing, like, supply drop openings from Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I'm like, you know, as if Engram openings and that stuff wasn't lazy enough content already, now we're going to watch you open up your supply drop packs. It's just hilarious how desperate some of them get to get viewership. So some hilarious tidbits there. But that refer a friend program thing is pretty funny, I think, and that's something that they do in World of Warcraft. And I wonder if maybe, you know, what's next? Is there going to be a subscription fee for Destiny? Are they going to make it like, you know, a complete MMO, but just with like 2% of the content? It's going to be interesting to see what they do with that. But the whole refer a friend program for the holidays, I thought that was pretty hilarious. So that's really it. The only other thing I was going to mention, guys, I was going to say if you guys are looking to pick up any of the new games coming out, I think Star Wars Battlefront comes out next week. You know, I am really tempted to get that game because I have to admit, I really did enjoy the beta. I had a lot of fun, but it's just, I don't think the game's worth $60. You know, it felt to me like if Star Wars Battlefront was going to be $25 or $30, I would buy it right now. I thought it was just pretty fun gameplay. You know, it was kind of really unbalanced at times, but I had a lot of fun playing the beta. And so I'm going to be watching very intently next week when it comes out. I'm going to be watching a lot of people playing the game. I want to see exactly, you know, how much content they add in from the beta, because it might be a game worth watching, and when it goes down in price, picking up for me. So I'm gonna see about that. But I was also going to mention, guys, Black Friday is coming up. So what I would do if you guys are interested in maybe picking up some new games or a new console, Xbox One or even PlayStation 4. What you might want to do is just kind of wait till Black Friday, because there are going to be some pretty good gaming deals. I know, I hate to mention Call of Duty again, but I think I saw Walmart's going to have Call of Duty for like $29 for the new Black Ops 3, so you can get it for half price. I'm hoping they're going to have some other games for that same deal. But Black Friday is always a great time for video games. The consoles usually get marked down quite a bit. I don't know if PlayStation 4 is doing anything special, but I know Xbox One is going to have a lot of bundles that are marked down pretty good. So you guys might want to check out Black Friday, especially if you're looking to get some new games or some new gaming hardware. I would try to hold off and wait until then and see if maybe you can take advantage of some of the specials they're going to have. So that's kind of my announcement to everybody. Just wait till Black Friday if you're going to buy some new games. So you'll catch some good deals, hopefully, and get some decent games out after it, too. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for me. I got to jump off here. I got to try to cut a few more videos here before I run out of free time tonight. Yeah, things are going pretty good. Like I said, just work has been crazy. And, I know one last thing I was going to talk about is have been thinking of, obviously I'm going to be getting some paychecks very soon, which is going to be great. And the nice thing is about the place I live now is I've actually cut my rent almost in half from where I was living before. It's actually going to be a little bit less than half. I'm helping out with a lot of things around the place, but expenses are not going to be too bad. I'm making pretty decent money, so I think it's probably time. I am, been thinking about getting the new games I was going to get, but honestly, there's not much out that I'm really interested in. I know everybody's playing Fallout 4, and a lot of people told me to try that out, but I've never actually played the Fallout series. It's just never interested me. It's kind of like Dragon Age, but I did eventually get Dragon Age Inquisition, so maybe I will eventually get Fallout 4. But I think what I'm finally going to do is save up for a month or two, and maybe for Christmas this year, I'm going to get myself a new PC. I think it's time. I've been updating my desktop on and off for about the last 5 years, just changing out parts and trying to keep it relevant. It still plays a lot of most of the MMOs and the newer games that I want to play on it, but I could definitely go for it. I think my graphics card is pretty good, but it's about 2.5 years old now, so I think I could really go for a new PC that I'm just going to build myself or pre-build it and have them send it to me. It's not going to be anything fancy. I can't afford like a $1,500 computer like a lot of people do, but I want to get something where I can hopefully do videos on it, because one of the problems I have with my old PC was it's got enough specs, but it just bogs down a lot when I try to use the Elgato. And I'm using my laptop for the Elgato to make gaming videos and other things, and then I'm using my PC like for just other stuff and for just work and things like that. So I'd like to get a machine where I can use it to play games and also do the video editing and record videos and things like that. So I think that's what I'm gonna focus on saving up for, and then hopefully when No Man's Sky comes out next year, I'll be able to get it on PC instead of having to play it on console. But we'll see what happens. That's one thing I was thinking about. This week was, I'm gonna have a little bit of money I can save up now, and I gotta, what can I spend it on? But there's really not too many games out that I'm really interested in, so that's why I was thinking of doing getting a new computer. So that'll help me hopefully make some better quality videos and better quality recordings and things like that. So that's what I'm looking forward to. But anyways, guys, that is going to do it for me now. Not really anything else to talk about. Kind of a slow week for me gaming-wise, just because I don't really have much time right now. But I think after the holidays goes by, I'll probably have a little bit more time. My part-time job, obviously, is just through the holidays. And I think even at that point, I'm probably going to quit it anyways, because I really am going to have some free time to recharge over the weekend with as in-depth as my new job is, so we'll see what happens. Anyways, guys, I hope you're having a great day. I hope you guys are ready for a great weekend. Thank you for watching as always, and I will see you again next time.